Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of Mining Speculator. I'm here today with President and CEO Joe Hebert of Outcrop Gold and Silver. Joe, welcome to the interview.
Thank you, Greg. I appreciate it.
Yeah, we had a good conference over the weekend. A lot of people appreciated what was happening, what was being said. There's definitely a new excitement because people see gold and silver prices starting to move probably later in this quarter. I'm thinking around March, we're going to see a big jump because of inflation and the real rate of interest. They're going to have to push the interest rates higher as the inflation shows up. So very good for gold. So with that in mind, Joe, I think we should tell the listeners why Colombia. Some people that are new to this story may not fully understand why Colombia is such an exciting place. It's grossly underexplored in my view, and high-grade nature of what's down there and what's been found is very exciting. But what are your thoughts?
Well, Colombia truly is one of the last frontiers, more than Latin America, really it's the last true frontier jurisdiction in the world. You had almost no exploration during the long-lasting insurgency that now is all tapering off. Peace accords have been signed with the government. And also Colombia has permitted at least 7 significant mines in the last number of years, and numerous world-class discoveries have been made, like Gramalote, like Barutica, like Quebradona, Pacalosa. It's in Colombia. It's not a concept play. What I do is I walk over outcropping mineralization and I try to determine if it's a mine.
Right. Yeah, and what I want, I'm glad you said that, because what I want listeners to understand is Colombia is the right place. It's the right time, it's the right place, and you certainly have the right ground. So with that being said, what's the objectives? What's the company's focus, and how do you plan on moving forward in 2022?
Well, let me back up and just say in a nutshell that Outcrop has an impressive silver and gold discovery on its flagship Santa Ana project. I've been on the discovery to mine curve at least 4 times in some position along that curve in some capacity. I really think we're building a future mine. We have a weighted average grade across 7 250 meter by 300 meter chutes. It's in excess of 1.4 kilograms silver per ton. They're all open at depth. Those chutes cumulatively at that 1.4 kilogram define a resource area of over 1,800 meters by 300 meters depth. We've drilled less than 10% of the property to date. It's 36,000 hectares total, and we will finish a compliant resource report by the end of 2022.
Yeah, that's exciting. That's the numbers that we like to get to, what the market likes. So yeah, I think the sky is the limit here. Like you said, we already have the discovery. Now we're building on it. We're adding ounces. We're trying to see what the economic viability of this is with the drilling that's going to happen this year. And so yeah, it's all about the resource number that the market will accept, hopefully. And
I think that's really going to the next level, and I think that's what we really have to work towards, and that's why that's our objective in 2022. That certainly won't be the end of it, because we will be simultaneously drilling very high quality targets, but we want to bring the market a compliant resource.
Right. Yeah, that's the big step. So for the 2022, do you anticipate having multiple drill rigs this year? 1 drill rig, 2? What are your thoughts?
We are going to bring in a 3rd drill rig before the end of March. That 3rd drill rig will concentrate just on resource delineation type drilling. We will have 3 rigs working from March till August to finish an 18,000 meter program. But when we finish that, we'll immediately run into a phase 4 program where we total 24,500 meters for the entire year.
Well, that's a good amount of drilling. That's exciting. With 36,000 hectares, this is a district scale situation. And, you know, you use your budget to go where you best think things can happen. And of course, what we're saying to listeners is that our money is best spent by building the resource so we can get that calculation out. But obviously there's lots of targets you'd love to test. Will we be testing with that, any of that drilling, some of the blue sky, or not yet?
No, absolutely. The one rig, the density, drill density we have right now allows us to sort of put one rig on resource delineation
Right.
consistently through the year. But we're going to go ahead and we have near-term targets. In fact, we're already on them as of 2 weeks ago. Near-term targets that extend over 2 kilometers to the north of our drill area, where we see numbers as high as 3.4 kilograms silver per ton, not
Yeah.
equivalent, but kilograms.
Wow.
5.5 kilometers to the south, we have up to 6 kilograms silver per ton, and these are trench cuts at surface of the vein.
Yeah.
And then I mentioned it the other day, but we have targets that extend 16 kilometers down to the Frias mine. And the importance of the Frias mine is that it really is an analog for any one of our chutes. In an area of about 250 meters by 300 meters, it produced 7.8 million ounces of silver at 1.3 kilograms silver per ton recovered. So we're going to try to drill some amount of that entire 16 kilometers. So the targets I mentioned, the Frias mine, that'll be with the 2 rigs that aren't on delineation.
Okay.
And you know, really, I mean, that 7.8 million number for a chute, I'm not saying every chute we have has that endowment, but it's really a good frame of reference to understand what our potential is. The other thing is too, is that, you know, we do internal calculations, block models, grade projections and whatnot. And what we think as an exploration objective, we think every kilometer has the potential of producing up to 4.9 million ounces of equivalent silver.
Wow. And in the silver world, you know, that it's a 10 million, you know, the benchmark always seems to be getting to 10 million ounces, 43-101 compliant. You know, that's the first real benchmark. So that's exciting, Joe. I tell you what, that is to see, you know, the delineation drilling and then additional blue sky drilling going on such a big project. You guys have such a big district scale project that has such great potential. It's very exciting. These veins, for listeners, they pinch and swell. You follow them. How deep do you think we'll have to drill, Joe, for this particular?
You know, because of the drilling efficiency, we haven't tried to take them much deeper than 320 meters. Okay. But I think there's a good chance it's a epithermal system that occurs within orogenic veins. I think that we're entirely open on the depth. I expect to see well in excess of 300 meters, maybe up to 500 meters depth. Yeah. And of course, if we do that, that's an immediate double on what we have. So
right. All right. Well, this is exciting.
Best project I've ever worked on.
Well, I'm sorry.
Best project I've ever worked on.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, in your career, you've had some good ones, and to hear that, that's good news. So, no, this is a very exciting situation.